Welcome, everyone. Before we start with the tour of the worm room here, I thought maybe we'd do a little educational session here. So, if anybody's got any questions on how the life cycle of a worm works, uh, these are the cocoons they lay. They're little lemon shaped, yellow, little egg cocoons, is what they are. And then once they turn usually a dark burgundy, then they hatch. I call these hatchlings, is what I call them. And that that process right from here to there takes somewhere around about 21 days, 3 weeks, give or take, temperature, moisture. Once the hatchlings grow some more, somewhere roughly in between 21 days here and 62 days here, you'll have what I call a juvenile. And that right there would be a juvenile without the clitellum, which is a little bulbous section in their neck right in here. And once they become a mature worm, can reproduce and make more cocoons, roughly 62 days later, they will have a defined, pronounced clitellum right in this area here. This worm doesn't have one, but it would be right in this area here. I think somewhere around the 15th segment down from the tip of the head. So that's enough worm nerdiness, I guess. So let's get started with going through a bin. What do you think? So we'll open this bin up right here and go through it, give it a quick feeding. Oh, I forgot about our little mascot. He wants to be on here too, I guess. Everybody, this is Wormy. Wormy, this is everybody on YouTube. Say hello. Anyway, it was a cute present from my wife because she loves me so much. So, the bedding is all natural bedding. It's leaf compost and leaf mulch mixed together. As you know or don't know, people do it different. People do cardboard, paper. I've done it all that too. We've been doing this for right at 4 years or maybe more, and it is what it is. It's people have access to this, and some people don't. Some people want to do the cardboard. Some people want to do the paper. Some people are getting castings. Some people are growing worms. And as of right now, I'm doing a little bit of both. I'm trying to get my population up, but I'm using the castings for my garden, so I'm not worried about potworms and mites and things like that. But with the system, the way I run my system a little wet, and they like it and it works. I don't have a lot of pot worms. I actually haven't seen many pot worms in this last reset. This reset was done January the 12th, and the first reset before that was November. And in that 2 month cycle, we got almost a pound of worms out of that. We wound up with 14 and a half ounces of worm increase in the population, and we wound up with a ton of, well, not a technical ton, but a whole bunch of castings. And I just take the castings, I throw them in a bin, I keep them over here underneath one of my big bins, and we'll use them personally in our garden. I don't sell anything. I don't sell worms on this channel. You won't be asked to buy a t-shirt. Um, Give me some money to help me do something. I'm just here to help and have fun. So I won't ask you for a dollar donation. I won't ask you to buy a hat, a shirt, subscribe. You're welcome to hit that subscribe button if you want to. You can leave a comment. This is not the only YouTube channel I got. I got 4 other channels. I do a lot in life. This is just one part of it. I do home renovations. I have a renovation channel. I do kayaking. I have that channel. I run a classic car club. I got that channel. So this is just one of the things that I do to try to keep my sanity. So anyway, on with this all natural bedding. They love it. This is what they eat in the wild. So I figured this is what I'd feed them. So I blend all their food. I don't do big chunks of food. And there was a man, I don't remember what his name is. I think Larry something. I hate I'm gonna butcher his YouTube channel too, so I'm not even gonna try. But he said, you ever seen how small a worm's mouth is? what would you throw them a whole carrot to eat on it for, right? And I kind of believe that too. So I sift all my bedding and I grind and blend all my food. I don't water my bins because I blend everything, so there's water added in, moisture. So the moisture in these bins stay perfect for me. And like I said, people do it different. Everybody does it different. I've seen that over the years. And so this is the way I do it. And you're more than welcome to follow along as we go. There's going to be several different things done, experiments like everybody else. I got enough worms. I can chance a couple hundred worms on an experiment. If I lose them, I'm still good. And I've got a different setup than most, and some is the same. And so anyway, so let's do a little quick feed and show you how easy it is to feed. Pop top off, reach in here. I feed in the middle of my bins, all my bins. There's a little bit of food left right in here. Not much compared to what I fed them. So then we'll get them a little bit more bedding because I like to give them some dry bedding. That also helps with the moisture. So I throw that in there like that. Then they're blended food, and this is apples and bananas today. I feed them once to twice a week, which the bedding is also food, so they never go hungry around here. And we put them back in and let them run. And that's about as hectic as it gets. And I mean, we got plenty of them in here. That's just what's in here. They love to get these corners. That's where all the magic happens. They get in the corners and they hang out with each other long enough to make me some more cocoons. So they've been good kids. They don't try to escape. They don't bother me none. They're the best pet livestock you could have. So guess what? That's done. So we'll pop the top back on it. Give it a little snap. These little 28 quart totes from Walmart. You get 2 for 10. $5 a piece. Slide this puppy in here. This is a 115 reset. And it's time for a feed. So we'll get down in here again. Pull her through. See who's home. Oh yeah. And so we'll get these kids fed. I collect the leaf mulch and compost from a property that I have access to, that they do their leaves every year and they dump in the same spot every year. So I'm able to go in and get 1 to 2 year old leaf mulch and anywhere from 2 to 3 year old leaf compost. I bring it home, I sift it, make it as fine as I can. That way when I get ready to pull my worms out, I'm not fighting a bunch of sticks and big leaves, stuff like that. So I make it easier for me to sift by pre-sifting it before I add it to the bin. And then we just put them back. And like I said, that's fed once to twice a week. It just depends on how they feel and what the temperature is in here. This is not a controlled temperature room. It fluctuates anywhere between 50 and 45 degrees usually in here. And so I just, like I said, I thought they were going to slow down this winter, but they haven't. They've been giving me tons and tons and tons of cocoons. And so that's what we do. We're running 13 of these bins. And then I'm running 2 of those bins. The same bins here like this. From the last reset. This is a cocoon bin. And so this is all cocoons that are hatching. You see. Right there. That's a little hatchling. So we've got them coming. Several hundred in each one of these bins. Here's another one right here. So they're going into the mass population. I've got a bathtub that I put all my overspill in, and I split my bins off roughly every 90 days. And we take the double, because usually we almost double up. So we take the overage and we put them into, I've got a bathtub and then 3 larger bins. And so that's what we put those in. So we feed them good, keep them happy, and everything seems to be going good so far. Take you down here real quick, take a look. This is a bin that is a 55-gallon barrel cut in half, and I left some castings from the harvest in here to help kick the microbes in when I put the new bedding in. And then we'll be putting the cocoons and hatchlings in here. And then this bin here is another 55-gallon drum. On this side is a 100 worm experiment already. It's just 100 worms. I counted them. I didn't weigh them and dump them. I didn't do any of that. I just put 100 worms in here by count. And on March the 27th, I'm going to do a reset of everything. So I'll pull these out and I'll actually count them. I won't weigh them. I'll count them by hand and see exactly what the population is out of a 100 worm bin. That's all natural food, bedding, everything's all natural. So we've got them, they're in there. And so on this side, I've got them separated. This is some more cocoons that come out of the last split. So that's just hundreds and hundreds of cocoons that are hatching. So we'll let them hatch out, and then we'll take them and put them in the big bin, and that'll keep our population going up there. And that's all I'm doing right now is I'm just growing worms. So I'm getting castings. I mean, you know, there's the other big bin down there, and this one's loaded pretty good. I mean, they're in there. It's probably half a pound or 3/4 of a pound in there. And so if you back up a little bit, you can see how everything kind of sets like that in that corner there. And then we've got the sifter, the tray, and then that's leaf mulch down in, leaf mulch down in there. There's finished bedding, ready to go. And then we've got this can here is all the leaf compost. And so it comes out of there, it goes through the sifter. And I sift the leaf compost and the leaf mulch all together in that bin so that it's just ready to go. Once I get it all sifted and mixed, I put it in there, keep a lid on it. So here's the castings we store in here. That one's probably 50, 60 pounds, and that one's probably almost 100. And then there's the big bin. That's what we're using right now, is just a bathtub out of a trailer. The guy was throwing it away, got it, and we've filled it up pretty good. And so yeah, and they're like that all the way through. So several thousand in here, and it'll be more by the end of the summer. This will be their new little home for a little while. So anyway, just wanted to welcome everybody in. I've been trying to get videos out between audio failures and just a really busy schedule. I haven't had a lot of time to cut a video here and there for this channel. So anyway, like I said, we're gonna be doing a little more. Just a quick walkthrough. Like I said, we'll do a mass feeding. We'll do a couple experiments. Now, listen, anybody got any questions? I don't know it all, and I'm not going to claim to know it all, but if I can help you, I will. If I don't know it, I'll try to look it up, or I'll get in touch with somebody else. There's a lot of really good people on YouTube in the worm society. So, anyway, if you got any questions, hit me up in the comments. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you want to hang out with me, hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much.